What if the ground beneath your home was quietly poisoning your children, and no one told you? Love Canal began as a promise. A neat neighborhood in upstate New York, tidy lawns, bicycles tipped over on sidewalks, school bells ringing on crisp mornings. Beneath it all, unseen and unnamed, lay a buried history. Thousands of tons of chemical waste sealed into the earth decades earlier, forgotten, or so people believed. On humid summer days, residents noticed strange smells drifting up from the soil. Sweet, metallic, wrong. After heavy rains, black sludge oozed into basements and puddled in backyards where children splashed barefoot. Pets grew sick, gardens withered, and slowly, quietly, something more frightening began to emerge. Children developed rashes that wouldn't heal. Mothers miscarried, birth defects appeared with no explanation. Headaches, seizures, cancers, patterns that whispered instead of screamed. Officials offered reassurances. There was no danger. Everything was under control. But the ground kept leaking its truth. Then came the turning point. A local mother, her child ill, refused to stay silent. She asked the questions others were afraid to ask. She demanded answers, not comfort. As neighbors compared stories, the whispers aligned into a single horrifying realization. The neighborhood was built on a chemical graveyard. Tests revealed what denial could no longer hide. Benzene. Dioxins. Dozens of toxic compounds seeping upward through soil and water, entering bodies one breath, one sip, one touch at a time. The betrayal was complete, not just by corporations that buried the waste, but by systems that looked away while families suffered. The tension snapped. Media cameras arrived. Protests filled the streets. Mothers held photographs instead of signs. Children were evacuated from their homes. Love Canal was no longer a quiet suburb. It was a warning flare visible to the entire nation. The emotional climax wasn't an explosion or a fire. It was the slow, devastating act of abandonment. Homes condemned, memories sealed behind fences, lives uprooted for survival. Yet from that loss came something powerful. Laws changed. Environmental protections strengthened. The idea that communities could be sacrificed in silence was finally challenged. Love Canal taught the world that disasters don't always arrive with sirens. Sometimes they seep upward, patiently, until someone is brave enough to listen. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Your support helps keep these stories alive and helps the channel grow.